Okay, so my name's Amanda Kelly, and this is my portfolio reflection video for English 250. So I'm a little camera shy, so I'm sorry if I stumble over my words and I say a lot. My dog's also kind of in a phase right now. She's very curious and will probably come in and out of the frame a few times, so I'm sorry about that as well. This is my third time trying to record it, and she's just here. So here we go. Lay down, please. Thank you. I love you. So question 1. Reflect on what you learned as a result of completing this project. What would you do differently for continual improvement on this or future portfolio projects? By completing this project, I learned how to better organize the thoughts and ideas I have in writing. I am used to writing research papers which tend to drone on, but the organization of splitting each topic into a bullet point, which almost made it feel like they were their own separate book chapters, really made the portfolio easier to follow as well as write. I feel like research papers, they just kind of continue, like I said, they drone on. It's very easy to lose readers as well as a writer, lose interest just because of the amount of time that goes into a research paper. So this was really nice, being able to focus just on one thought. I don't know, it sounds kind of not contradictory, but you do the same thing in research, but it just feels different when it's separated in bullets in its own focus. In the future, I will improve on my citations on references because it continues to be the longest part of my writing process. I always have to reference an example, which may not always be correct to begin with. I will also continue to work on my annotated bibliography because I tend to write a lot. It's really hard for me to take a thought and summarize it and paraphrase it into a smaller amount of information. I tend to write as much detail as I can. So that's something I can improve on as well. Sorry if you can hear her chewing her bone. Number 2, identify and explain how the course and institutional outcomes were met for this project. For course outcomes, I feel like they were all met on this project in every category. We needed to understand our audience, which were other individuals in our workplace or our field. This allowed us to set up the professional tone in an organized format. Because it was to individuals in our workplace, the use of support materials for our topic were required, which came from our ability to analyze and research documents. All of the components of this class and project prepared us to meet all of the course outcomes. For institutional outcomes, this project allowed us to also meet every institutional outcome listed. We needed to understand how to look through our online database for our articles. The skills learned from this course and project can be applied to other courses, but more importantly to real life. The project strengthened my ability to reflect on what I learned and allowed me to better understand and improve the skills in the future. I think that's the most important part of this entire class, is that I'm going to be able to take everything I learned and apply it to real life. I know a lot of classes give you a lot of information that you're just not really going to need. Even though it's important, you're not going to need it. I feel like this is one of the few classes that I've taken where I know that I for a fact will utilize every skill that we've learned through this course. Number 3, the things I learned through this course that aligns with dependability, workplace capability are meeting the deadlines of the assignments. This shows that I'm responsible and can be counted on. Now you can hear my cat. Meeting the deadline of the assignments. This shows that I'm responsible and can be counted on to complete what is expected of me by the time given. The discussions also align with dependability because we were to give feedback to our fellow classmates. And we counted on others for feedback to improve our skills. That was also very important, I think. It helped us see things in a way that we might not have thought to look at before. I know on a lot of my discussions, people suggested certain skills or organization, like when we were putting together our portfolio, like clustering. I would have never thought to do that at all. so that we can depend on one another for these discussions to help each other and have each other's backs throughout this course was very nice. The workplace capability that I'm choosing to further elaborate on is communication. In the nursing field, communication is extremely important. We are dealing with people who are counting on us to potentially help save their lives. You'll have an array of people of severity, someone who just might not be feeling that well, to someone who might have just had a stroke or a car accident. So communication is very, very important, especially when it comes to shift changes and handing off to another nurse, an oncoming nurse. The procedures and just information that we might have gathered in the shift prior, it allows the oncoming nurse to not go into a situation blind, which is ultimately going to benefit the patient the most. Same thing with communicating with the physicians, maybe regarding medications or other procedures. Being able to communicate a thought or a concern effectively is also important for the patient. It also can help potentially save their lives. So overall, I really enjoyed this class, and thank you very much.